Menteri Rangba ke Jylla Conrad ki sangmau laong ba ke jing Pynphai ba ke Sorkar Jylla ke Pynphai no ya ke bahak Pisa ke balong palat sanhajar aspa Klur tingka kalong ke babakla ha ke ba ula Pynphai ba ke don ke budget estimate ne ke mang tingka bala Pynkhre da ke Sorkar bat ke judon ke jing Pynlut ru kumjo kani ke jing kentho jong Conrad ke long halor ke kaipot jong Comptroller and Auditor General of India ne CAG na kamta usnem bakut jong ke laiphui trek uleber arhajar arpau badru ke bala wanra apo ke yeng dorbar ke berang syukut jong ke Jylla ulong ba ke jing per hapdeng kani ke long ba ke ke bala Pynphai la Pynphai ba kamdei setia ke Pisa ke bala Pynphai le ni ke skim ban benrap ba gisnem ke bala ledru kumjo ke Pisa ke bakot lai hajar Klur pat saw hajar Klur ladap ban Pynphai ulong bagani gede garukom ke bujule bat juja haba Pynkhre ya kamang tingka hading ke jing Pynbet Pynbiang ya ke jing ken ki jing don kam ki bobon khnang ban la ban Kyntait ya ke jing yo kum ke khajna bat dei lengba ke ni ba ha ban Pynkhre ha ke rukom ke bapaka ya kamang tingka u Conrad ulong shushu ba ke dei ke kam jong ke CAG ban wanra ne Pynphai wi ke jing duna pat ke dei ke ba ki jule ban wanra ha ki Jylla beper bat kumju la julong hapo ke Jylla Meghalaya bat kamdei ke badang thamai henrei ke belayat menta lebon bon snem ha ke jogo por ulong ba ya ke ni ke kam la sngo thu bakla bat Pynkala ba ki dei ki skim ya ki bala Pynphai biang ke bam dei ke ba shisha.
You see, the nomenclature that is being used, that we have surrendered funds, is completely incorrect. What happens is that there is a budget estimate that is prepared by every government, and then there is an actual expenditure that takes place. The difference between that is what the surrender is being referred to. So it's not an actual cash surrender or scheme surrender we make, but a budgetary notional aspect which is there, and the actual expenditure that takes place. The difference between that is what is being referred to out here. In the past years, amounts of 3,000 crores, 4,000 crores, 2,000 crores have been surrendered, if that is a word we'd like to use. States like Nagaland surrendered 3,000 crores, 4,000 crores. Manipur surrendered last year 4,000 crores. Telangana surrendered 38,000 crores. UP surrendered 80,000 crores. So it's a normal procedure and a process that takes place where the budget is prepared, obviously with aspirations, with a lot of calculations that we'll be able to raise taxes and collect the amount, and accordingly budgets are made, and based on that the budget estimates are created, and when the expenditure takes place, the actual expenditure may not reach to that amount, simply because there are times when challenges come in. For example, we had COVID, where we had to lose taxes of almost about 1,200, 1,500 crores. So all these factors add up to it, which lead to the situation where we're not able to spend as was estimated in the budget. So the difference between that is what is being referred to out here. And it happens in every state in the country, and it happens at the national level also. So it's not as if we surrendered a scheme that was already sanctioned and we gave it back. It's a notional amount which is there in the budget, which actually cannot be spent. So therefore, it's the CAG's work to bring out these aspects, and they bring it out in every state government, and it has happened in Meghalaya also before in many years. So therefore, it's not an issue or a situation where it is very unique to Meghalaya. As I said, in every state in the northeast it happens. Last year, Assam had to similarly surrender 30,000 plus crores. As I mentioned, Telangana also had to surrender that. UP had about 18,000 crores. So that's the norm, and that's the way things happen. So it has been misconstrued and misrepresented that it is being schemes that are being sent back. It's not true at all. So basically, it is a known fact that we face a lot of challenges when it comes to the public sector undertakings, and this has been there for quite some time. And if you look at the entire history of things, that is the reason why we started taking steps towards MCCL. And today we are going ahead with trying to restructure and reform and bring in private equity into this, so that we can see how we could review, as being suggested by CAG, can be done. Similarly, when it came to the Khadi board, you see, we realized that they have a very good asset and a land right in the heart of the city. So we realized that we should convert that into a Khadi plaza so that revenue can be earned. So yes, we are reviewing all these aspects. As I said, this is not something that has just happened. It's in almost every report that comes out in CAG. They in the past many years, they've referred to the fact that PSUs have not been able to perform at the level they should be. They are a burden. So these aspects are there, but they have the utility at certain point. And so we cannot completely ignore and say that they are completely not doing anything. They are. There are challenges. There are reforms that need to be done. Improvement needs to be done, and we are doing whatever we can. Starting in small ways, big ways. As I said, MCCL we have started, Khadi board we have started. So similarly in other public sector undertakings also, we will do similar measures to see how we could improve the situation. So utilization certificates have been an issue for a long time. That's why if you remember my reply in the assembly which I gave, that because of the last 3 years, the way we have been submitting, even UCs from 2001, 2, 3, 4, 5, that today we are able to spend much higher than what we were spending in the last few years. If you look at the spending that happened between 2015 and 18 was an average of about 9,000 crores a year. That average today from 2018, 19 to 20 has gone up from 9,000 crores to 12,000 crores. And this is only possible if you're actually able to get the funds from center. And the only way to get the funds from center is to be able to give the utilization certificates. So yes, there is an issue. I have always mentioned in my previous press conferences and speeches also that the delivery mechanism at the grassroots level of different government schemes is one of the major issues that the state faces. So we are not running away from this. We realize that this is an issue, and that is why the utilization certificates take time to come in, and this is the reason why funds don't flow in that fast. But we are on the job, and as I said, we have seen the difference. Utilization has improved vastly, and still an issue, but as we go along and move forward, I'm confident that we will be slowly able to minimize the problems that we're facing in this issue.